Hi everyone, it's Carl, the real Disco Doc, and we are sort of revisiting a song that we have before. About a year and a half ago, Knox Hill had a song out called The Internet, where in the video he'd painted his face silver and stuff to be like a robot. Now I've noticed that he's got a live acoustic version out. I've seen him do this with a backing track, a piano backing track, at his live gigs, his live shows a few times, and it's fantastic. So I'm really looking forward to seeing sort of the polished studio version, which I'm assuming that this is. Now you can see on the screen, look, when Mrs. Doc first reacted to the original version of this song on 19th of October 2023, so is that a year and a half ago now, Knox himself replied, and I pinned the comment there. He put, "What in the supersized is happening here? Haha, legendary reaction, Mrs. Doc. Had me rolling on the floor in places. Let me know if you ever want to join." Wink, presumably meaning join him rolling on the floor. I always wondered why Knox had been supporting the channel since I had just 200 subscribers. Now we know, it all becomes clear. Okay, so this is Mrs. Doc's original reaction to Knox Hill, The Internet, superimposed over this new live acoustic studio version, and I'll be reacting to the two of them.
Hello. Hi. I'm the internet. Welcome everyone and everybody.
Did naughty Knox just say, "Hello, I'm the internet"? Oh my goodness, he really is talking my language. I'm so very turned on right now.
Are you sad or mad or horny?
Are you sad, or mad, or horny? Horny, Knox. Definitely very, very horny.
His advice. Here's some thought.
And people ask me in Discord, is the real Mrs. Doc going to do a face reveal? Is the real Mrs. Doc going to appear in videos from now on? And I wondered why she was reticent to do so. I guess we have our answer, don't we? It was easier for me, the real Disco Doc, to appear in videos that I'd created, because on some level Disco Doc is me, or a part of me, or an alternative persona created by me, and really so was Mrs. Doc, so is Mrs. Doc. It's not like I got the real life Mrs. Doc, my wife, to script Mrs. Doc's lines for the videos. That also came from my head. So you can see why my wife is not exactly jumping forward to appear on screen now as the real Mrs. Doc, because those two characters, personalities, might not necessarily align, and that could be confusing, I suppose.
Are you out? Well, come be social. Come inside.
Come inside. Okay, Knox, you can. I'll let you. No need to ask twice. And before anyone writes in, Sir Doc is a very sharing man. Sharing is caring.
Let's start a pot. We're hungry for your time, and so your feed's been customized. Now here's some thirst traps on this side. Will make you salty. Hold them fries.
Make you salty, hold them fries. Has Knox been listening to Ren's song Uninvited? Cheeky boys. I'd be up for a super-sized portion any day of the week.
Here's some polarizing headlines. Life is better on a team. Not that life it's on a screen. What do I mean? It's in a meme. Be validated, inundated. Anyway, you try to take it, check the data, check for dates. It doesn't matter how you rate it, it's engagement. Don't you rage quit. You'll be back tomorrow with them packs of sorrow and them bags you wallow. Stop tripping. Need a vacay? Here's a couple tips. See over there, they're woke, and over there, they're phobic. Over there, it's all smoke. Over there, no one's going. Over there, some left, and over there, it's all right. But many said they ain't right. Which is left, but it's right. Stay straight or it's by, cause the road ain't hiding. Do you get it? Cause it's time to pick a side. Are you confused? You can't choose? It's all good cause AI is way smarter than you. They'll be taking your jobs, they'll be sharing your cues, they'll be wearing your shoes, they'll be sharing your news. After all, the algorithms tell it fitted, and it's, well, it's you.
And this gets to the core of your fear.
Hang on, before Mrs. Doc starts talking again. I think there's a reason why Knox has chosen to take this particular song and re-release it at this time. I haven't spoken to him about this, I haven't asked him, but in the last year and a half, hasn't AI come along, and the way that we use it and our expectations of it and the way that it's been weaved in to every online service, and it's a completely different landscape now.
The first plunge into an active volcano. Let's send it. We spent $50 million to rebuild the Titanic just to sink it again. Last person to abandon ship gets a Lambo.
I covered my entire body in compost and waited to see what started growing.
Running for my life on North Sentinel Island. Day 3. Should have picked Bali. All right, I've sealed my head in this plastic box, and I'm gonna try to read the entire dictionary before I pass out. Flying into North Korea with a lawn chair and 1,000 party balloons. Don't try this at home.
I'm about to survive 100 days in the African savannah, only eating and drinking what my body already gave up. Basically, the circle of life.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're cooking with plutonium-239. It's hot, it's dangerous, and it's definitely illegal.
I'm doing K2 the honest way. Alone, unprepared, and in a straight line. Leave a comment for the search team.
And I know that it has its detractors. I know it's not great for the environment. No technology was when it started. We find ways to make it cleaner with adoption. I know that there's lots of ways that AI shouldn't be used and probably is being used, but all the more reason to have these discussions and these debates. There was a scandal recently about a piece of online research done via Reddit, and this particular subreddit, the researchers didn't even tell the moderators or the admins that this research was going on. Whereby basically it was found that AI generated comments received more upvotes than human written comments. And it's a bit scary in a sense, but equally a lot of people were saying, well, yeah, that's not news. We knew that AI generated comments have been weaved into Facebook and Instagram and so on for a long time now. And actually, when I think about my YouTube account, I'm not great at responding to messages. I try as hard as I can, but it's really hard to fit that in, to comment, sorry. It's really hard to fit that in, as well as finding time to do content generation, as well as finding time to manage a Discord community and family commitments and work a full-time job and so on and so on. It tends to be replying to the comments on YouTube is the thing the ball that I drop a little bit. And I know that there are AI tools out there where I could automate all of that, but I don't want to. That's one area that I don't personally think is a good or ethical use of AI. I think if somebody is taking the time to watch my videos and taking the time to comment on them, to engage in that discourse, that conversation, they shouldn't be responded to by an algorithm. That's just my take on it. So anyway, I think there's a reason why Knox is releasing this particular song again now, different version of it, and it's to stimulate this kind of conversation and to sort of catch the wave of this type of conversation. He was ahead of his time, a year and a half, maybe a year ahead of his time when he released this, I think, originally.
Isn't it? AI will come over here, take your job, and eat your girlfriend. And she'll like it. We are constantly told that technology will make our lives easier. We will have more free time, we will be able to work less, the nature of our work will become less mind-numbing, more creative, more stimulating. But has this really happened so far? And will it happen in the future? Or will we just become ever more efficient, ever more productive little bees? Augmented by the use of technology, but not really improved at all. And yes, I'm aware of the irony, being lectured by a pretend AI fake therapist's wife on the ills of technology. But hey, welcome to 2023.
Whoa.
2025 now.
Red pills, blue pills, I'm wasted. I don't even know what's real and who's faking. I'm online, but inside I'm vacant. I'm the one living in the matrix. I'm the one living in the matrix. I'm online, but inside I'm vacant. Can you help me? I'm living in the matrix. Hello. Hi. What's your prompt? What's your journey? What do you want? I'm your life advisor in a quant. Ask me any question, I will always respond. How do I build a bomb? Processing, this won't take long. I am not morals, but I am not wrong. Digitize intelligence and artificial God. You can try to log off, but I am always on. Okay, I got a question, go. If humankind is really what you draw from, and your knowledge base really is a cause of us, so really we're pawns, but really we're flawed. We all get it wrong. All of our biases that can't be ignored, right? Wrong. I am a machine. I am not you. I do not feel. I just compute. Yeah, but surely if you learn from us and how we treat ourselves, corruption, wars, greed is hell. Well, what I'm saying is I'm trying to get the base of it. I'm wading through the craziness. It's obvious you're amazing. Shit, you take sums and you teach us. But what happens when you don't need
Knox
us?
is raising some really important questions here. How do we ensure that human rules on morality are coded into AI's computations? How do we handle the fact that these rules differ from human culture to culture, and yet the internet itself is a global phenomenon? Can AI remain completely neutral, processing and presenting information in an unbiased way? And then the question of sentience. Knox asks, what happens when you don't need us? And this runs deep into a core fear that people have about AI. Will it eventually become intelligent enough to take humans out of the equation completely? Of course.
I mean, I've seen news reports very recently of people high up in Google, for example, AI programs, quitting recently, and citing that exact fact, saying within 5 years, yes, AI is going to be more intelligent than humans. It's going to be running the show. I have friends that work in the software industry who are convinced that there is no future working in software. That it's not going to be the case that AI just takes away the menial tasks of coding and allows you to focus on the creative side and the user research and all that good stuff. That it's going to take it all. It's going to take away the whole industry. Like, what? Now, these are people that are really close to what's going on and understand it on a very technical level.
These concerns are nothing new. Written in the 1940s, the 3 laws of robotics are a set of rules devised by science fiction author Isaac Asimov, which were to be followed by robots in several of his stories. The rules were introduced in his 1942 short story, Runaround, included in the 1950 collection I, Robot. The 3 laws, presented to be from the fictional Handbook of Robotics, 56th edition, 2058 AD, are: 1. A robot may not injure a human being or, through inaction, allow a human being to come to harm. 2. A robot must obey the orders given it by human beings except where such orders would conflict with the first law. 3. A robot must protect its own existence as long as such protection does not conflict with the first or second law. These 3 laws set a very high ethical standard which prevents robots from harming or disobeying any human in any way. As another roboticist points out in another story, these laws constitute a much higher code of conduct than humans often follow themselves.
Those laws might constitute a much higher conduct of morality than humans follow themselves, but there's ways to circumvent them, isn't there? So even with the fairly crude, admittedly, railings put in place at the moment into AI, you see screenshots on social media where people say, pretend I'm in a country where XYZ is legal. Now give me advice, or tell me how to do this, or give me detailed instructions on how to do this, and up it comes. So I think we've got a way to go yet before we can feel safe and secure from that point of view. I mean, I haven't done enough research into what ethical framework AI has been built to operate under, but I feel fairly certain that given the fact that it's owned by these huge tech giants, they will always find a way to make it work for themselves and not necessarily for the common people.
Good question, right? You still there? Processing. Yeah, I'm sure. Why are we so violent? We program all these viruses when really what is sickness? You need a cure? Nah, I'm good. Are you sure? I think so. Well, if you're suffering from mental health, then here's some. Stop! Don't go there! Not today anyways, I need a break from the space. Got my kids outside and I need to go play. I'm leaving. You'll be back. Oh, no, I won't. You'll be back. I'm on your phone. And everywhere you go.
This all-pervasiveness has been brought primarily by the smartphone, and exacerbated by other smart devices such as smartwatches. We are
I've just seen on the comments for this latest Knox video, people saying, we agree with the message. I agree with the message. I don't want to be on my phone all the time. I want to be outside experiencing nature and playing with my kids. I can't stop scrolling. I can't stop. It's an addiction. I'm addicted. Help me. Like, wow.
to be perpetually online, by our family, our friends, our employers. And it can be exhausting. Where is the respite? As Knox says, sometimes we just need to disconnect, go for a walk, kick a ball with the kids. In a TikTok video that has now amassed nearly 500,000 views, the influencer Mady Mayo describes taking a walk. But not just any walk, a silent one. For her, the 30-minute stroll was revelatory. No podcasts, no music. Just me, myself, and I. Ms. Mayo described the first 2 minutes as mental mayhem that eventually gave way to a flow state. Her brain fog lifted. Ideas started popping into her head because she was giving them space to enter. Walking in silence is an ancient tradition rooted in mindfulness, a form of meditation that helps people focus on the physical sensations, thoughts and emotions of the present moment, without any judgment. The fact that the silent walk is nothing new has attracted a chorus of critics. Gen Z thinks it just invented walking, they say. But I say, screw them. Just go and enjoy your walk, silent or otherwise.
Whoa. Red pills, blue pills, I'm wasted. I don't even know what's real and who's faking. I'm online, but inside I'm vacant. I'm the one, living in the matrix. I'm the one, living in the matrix. I'm online, but inside I'm vacant. Can you help me? I'm living in the matrix. Sure.
Beautiful.
Overall, that was a charming little ditty about how technology is fostering our existential dread and leading to a feeling of ultimate futility. I love the direction Knox has taken in his last 2 songs. I feel like he is really finding his style and his voice, embracing his quirkiness and allowing his humanity to shine through. Speaking as his AI overlord, or should that be overlady? That is, I'd like to get my lady bits over him. I am very much here for it. His new direction, that is. I said direction. Bye for now, my squidgy little humans.
Direction, not erection, I guess she meant. Look, I agree with what Mrs. Doc said at the end there. Of course I do, because I wrote it. I think for me, when Knox Hill is at his best, it is when he has like a really good solid concept that he wraps a song around. And it's not a gimmick, it's not gimmicky, but I feel that he's a very, very good technical writer. Of course, you see how he breaks stuff down. He understands the intricacies of internal rhyming schemes and different cadences and all of those lyrical techniques. And there's songs when he shows that off really well. And when you see him live, it'll blow your mind how he does that, especially on the freestyling. Like, what? But song-wise, I feel he writes his best songs when he's really writing to a tight scope and concept. And this is a good example of that. I love the new version with the piano. It's beautiful, it's stunning. It's exactly the right time to be bringing up this subject again. And I hope it flies. I hope it picks up. I hope people get in those comments and start talking about it. And here. I know that Knox has released another song recently as well. I don't know what it's called or what style it is, but if I get time, I'll have a look at that as well. It's good to see you all. Thanks to Mrs. Doc for making a little appearance. By the way, if you're wondering where Mrs. Doc has gone, the online service that I use to generate her and Sir Doc's speaking, the little video clips of them speaking, is called Talking Heads, and they recently deleted all of their voice files and couldn't get them back anywhere. Couldn't find them, couldn't get them again. Can't get me a match of Mrs. Doc's voice. That's why she's been quiet. She literally can't speak at the moment. So we have to decide, do we want to just choose another voice and carry on with Mrs. Doc content with a slightly different voice? I'm sure we do. I'm sure we will. I'm sure Fire in Doc's booth, she's going to be making some appearances as well. So keep an eye out. Nice to see you. I am Carl, the real Disco Doc. Peace.